I wish you pleasant to morning today. So good morning students. Good morning to everyone. Let me introduce myself. I am SANKAR. I am taking my subject in botany. First of all, I discuss about only agroforestry in total syllabus. So why do we study in the agroforestry in the botany syllabus? The first of all, introduction. Second one is definition, and third one is objectives of agroforestry, benefits agroforestry, types of agroforestry. So what are the topics are given study about only in this agroforestry? First one is introduction, second one is definition, and third one is objective of agroforestry, and fourth one is benefits of agroforestry, and fifth one is types of agroforestry. The first introductions. So what is agroforestry? So agro refers to agree. So agree to form of only culture or cultivations. Forestry means plantation of trees. Plantation of trees, crops and livestock. So what is agroforestry? So agri refers to culture or cultivation of plants. The forestry refers to a plantation of trees, crops and livestock. So define agroforestry. So integration of trees, crops and livestock on the same plot of land. So particular region of area, this area covered by this only, growing up only in woody trees and some types of crop plants and some types of animals. So woody plants, crop plants and growing up only animals. We are cultivation of only in the forest regions. So what is definition in agroforestry? So agroforestry means integration of plantation in trees, crops and livestock of the same plot land. So what are the examples for these trees or area cultivation in the forest? First one is casuarina, eucalyptus, teak and Malayvimbu. We are cultivation of the forest in trees, casuarina, eucalyptus, teak and Malayvimbu. We are cultivation of the crop plants such as cucumber, potato, cabbage, and green beans. These plants are we are cultivated the intercropping of only in the forest. So forest is where woody plants are cultivated the region of the only in forest area. casuarina, eucalyptus, teak, and malawium. Some intercropping the agricultural lands, plants were cultivated only in croplands such as cucumber, potato, cabbage, and green pea plants. Some types of animals may be cultivated in the livestock. The livestock means in the domestic animals were cultivated. Domestic animals were cultivated in forest or used for the only grazing animals. So what are the objectives are involved only in agroforestry? So it's a major role in agroforestry. There are the three types of role in agroforestry. First one is soil conservation. The second is water conservation. And the third one is nutrition recycling process. Nutrition in recycling process. So what are the three role in major in only in involved only agroforestry? The first one is soil conservation. So what is soil conservation? So soil conservation means protection of soil. We are cultivated only in the forest woody plants, so growing only in natural resources. These natural resources to form up only replace only carbon dioxide, the synthesis of photosynthesis, and to synthesis of only photosynthesis process, carbohydrate synthesis. This carbohydrate rich in only proteinous substances. Rich in only in proteinous substances to increase the only in soil fertility. During the rainy seasons, to increase the only in some types of useful in microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi to grow in the only in soil fertility. So conservation of only in soil nature. The second one is water conservation. So during the formation of only raining water seasons, to the soil absorption of only in water, the water storage only in the soil nature. So water conservation it may be involved only in agroforestry nature. And third one is a nutrition recycling process. So nutrition recycling process, so nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, so it is a kinds of urea. This urea storing the only in the soil nature. These processes are involved only the role in agriculture. The second one is the intercropping. What is intercropping? Inter means between. So cropping means cropping the crop plants such as cabbage, potato, and green pea plants. We are cultivated the forest land. There are two or more crop plants are between the different species of trees and shrubs. There are two different varieties of species of trees. These trees in between culture form of only in crop plants. Which increase the only more yielding of only in crops. These processes are used in only more yielding plants to involve only two or more crops. Second one is to optimize the biological and physiological resources. So what is the biological resources? The biological resources such as plants and animals and some types of microorganisms. These are useful in both benefits activities. Some types of animals, we are cultivating some types of animals. So these animals produce only waste materials such as cow dung. These cow dung to manufacturing to farm up only in soil, increase the soil fertility. And to natural involve only in recycling the process of only nutrition level. The first optimizing biological resources and physiological resources such as physiological resources to form up only functional activities of only in plants, animals, and microorganisms. The plants are involved only photosynthesis. The photosynthesis process removal of take of carbon dioxide or removal of oxygens, and during respiration process. Take off oxygen removal of only in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere nature. Releasing from this only atmosphere nature. So equivalence of only photosynthesis and respiration process are involved only in physiological role only in the forest nature. And third one is to maintain the ecological balance. Every ecological organism to consume the only energy productions and energy consumers. So energy production such as plants. The plants is a producer. Then second one is some types of eating by the plants such as goat. So goat is that is called consumers. Goat that is called consumers. So plants is a producer, some types of consumer and primary consumer and a secondary consumer and a tertiary consumers. Tertiary consumers. The producer is the first producer the green plants. So eaten by this one in producer. The primary consumer eaten by this only primary consumers, and secondary consumer eaten by this only primary consumer, and tertiary consumers eaten by this only in secondary consumers. To equivalence of balance of nature in the atmosphere, such as to maintain the ecological balance in the only in agroforestry culture program. And third one is then next check the soil erosions. Check the soil erosion, conserve the soil nature, and increase the soil fertilities. Increase the soil fertility. During the fall down of this one leaf, at the time of only wind energy sources. The wind energy sources during the formation of fall down the leaf fall down and decomposing of organism. Decomposition of only organism to convert the only in nutrition materials such as nitrogen, ammonium, phosphorus, and potassium, and calcium. The nucleic substance convert to form only decomposition of organic substances. Organic, say nature net. To maintain the only in soil fertility to formation of only agroforestry culture. And third, the increase in the yielding of crops, and reducing of cost process are known only in agroforestry nature. So what are the benefits, activities of only agroforestry or useful activities of only agroforestry? The first one is only higher yielding of crops. Higher yielding of crops. The intercropping of the forest to development of only more crops cultivations. More crop cultivation. So yielding of only higher yielding process. The second one is so protect the soil from the wind erosions. Protect the soil from this only wind erosions. During the wind seasons, to conserve the only in soil nature. To conserve the only soil nature, we are growing only in agroforest cultivation process. And third one is shelters, livestock. Shelters, livestock and crop. To protection of only livestock, some types of only domestic animals, and some types of crops are protected from this only in agroforestry cultivation process. And third one is control of runoff waters. Control of only runoff waters and soil erosion process. Here cultivation of only in forest natures. In wood plants were cultivated, and some types of intercropping plants are cultivated in between the two trees through wood plants. During the rainy seasons, the runoff fall away from only higher region to the lower regions. To absorb only in water, soil natures. To absorb only in soil, water in the soil nature. To conserve only waters. Control of only runoff water from the control of only in soil erosion. The process are involved only in agroforest nature. And third, so nitrogen fixing trees. It's a nitrogen fixing trees. So atmosphere nitrogen contains only 78% of nitrogen presence of only in the atmosphere. The 78% of nitrogen is presence of only atmosphere. This atmosphere nitrogen useful sometimes of only in nitrogen fixing trees. So leguminous plants, some types of non-leguminous plants are only fixing the atmosphere nitrogen. This nitrogen to convert to form only ammonia. To convert to form only in ammonia. This here NH4. Convert to form only ammonia. This ammonia used to form only so growing of only trees. Some types of nitrogen fixing trees and decomposition of only organism and trees. Decomposition of organism and decomposition of trees to development of only and later improve the soil fertility nature. Later improve the soil nature. Soil fertility contains only more nutritive substances. Nutritive substances contains only in soil nature. And the next one is to maintain the only oxygen and carbon dioxide. Some types of trees are during release the only during respiration process. So during release the only photosynthesis process, oxygens are released, consumed only carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. At the time of respirations, oxygens are consumed and carbon dioxide released. These during respiration and photosynthesis process. So balance the atmospheric nature in the form of only agroforestry cultivation process. And the temperature also maintain the agroforestry nature. To relative humidity nature is also maintained only cultivation of only in agroforestry nature. And third, some types of plants like that acacia. These acacia trees are growing. We are useful the only wood pulp and tannins, some types of gums and tannins obtained from only acacia trees, and paper industries also used from only in acacia trees, and fine wood industries, some types of ornamental furnitures making from only in acacia trees. So more we are cultivating only a forest in acacia tree. These acacia trees are used in only wood pulp, tannins, paper industries level, and firewood industries, and making from only ornamental apparatus. The next one is types of agroforestry. There are the 4 types of agroforestry. The first one is silviculture. The second one is silviculture. And third one is silvopastures. And fourth one is other system of agrocultures. So there are the 4 types of agroforestry. What are the 4 types of agroforestry? The first one is agro-silvicultures. Agro-silviculture means agriculture only cultivation of only crop plants. Cultivation of only in crop plants. We are growing the cultivation of only crop plants such as cabbage, potato, green pea plants, maize, and wheat, rice plants are we are cultivated only in agricultural land. The type of process called agro-silviculture. Next one is silviculture. The silviculture means the cultivation of only types of only plants and animals. Plants and animals. These are cultivation of only silviculture. So both plants and some types of domestic animals and grazing animals we are cultivated for this only in silviculture process. The technique followed by the only agroforest nature. Next one is agro-silvoforest. The agro-silvoforest means we are cultivated only in animals. That's your livestock. Cultivated only so domestic animals, grazing animals, some types of only wild animal sources we are cultivated only in the land of only silvopastures. Agro-silvopastures. Next, other system of cultivations. The other system of cultivation we are followed by only woody plants and shrubs. And shrubs, where cultivation of the forest land, woody plants and shrubs. There are the 4 types of only in agroforestry types. The first one is agro-silviculture. The agro-silviculture means cultivation of only in crop plants such as cabbage, such as maize, some types of wheat varieties, and some types of only green plants. Green bean plants we are cultivated only in forest land. The type plant culture, so that is called agro-silviculture. The silviculture means the cultivation of both plants and animals. Some types of domestic animals, some types of only wild animal sources, some types of livestock animals we are cultivated only. So agro-silvofoster means we are cultivated only in the livestock, only animals. In domestic animals we are cultivated only in the forest land. The type of forest land is called silvofoster. The other system of agroforestry culture, that is called agriculture land. We are followed by this only woody plants and shrubs. So what is silvofoster? Silvofoster means integration of trees and grazing domesticated animals. The integration of only trees and grazing of domesticated animals is a mutually benefits way. That is called silvofoster. The silvofoster in agri-forestry land, cultivation of only woody plants, some types of animals were cultivated, trees and domesticated animals. The domesticated animals release waste materials. These waste materials decompose the organic matter, convert the organic matter. This organic matter is obtained from only green plants. So mutual benefits activities. Both benefit activities are involved only in the silvofoster process. These leaves these wooden trees or leaves are only feeding of only in domesticated animals. The first integration of trees and grazing of domesticated animals and in a mutual benefits activities are involved only a silvopasture. Second one is to produce the fodder and livestock and there may be growing up only in timber trees. The timber trees we are used only in timber nature, timber and wooden and manufacturing only furnitures. Manufacturing only furnitures, they live only in paper industries. These timber leaves are used only in fodder. They used for only in domesticated animals to produce fodder in green plants, and livestock used for only in fodder for this only way of only growing up timber trees. The field wood, we are used only field wood in forestries, and fruit also used for only in forestries to improve the only in soil fertility nature. There are the classification of silvopasture. There are two types of classification of silvopasture. One is protein bank. The second one is live fence of fodder trees and the edges. What is protein bank? The multi-purpose used multi-purpose cultivation of only in trees are used rich in only proteins. Rich in only proteins. These protein banks, we are cultivated only agroforest lands. These forest trees more rich in only protein. These proteins are used multi-purpose used. For examples, acacia and sesbania trees, we are cultivated only in agroforestry nature. We are cultivated only in silvopasture culture process. The next one is live fence of fodder. These cultivation of only in trees, only live fence. Being the rowing the arrangement of only the trees are cultivated only in sequence of rows. Or we are followed by this one. Some types of animals does not move from this region to this region. Some types of animals and birds does not move from this region to this region. We are followed by this only. Edges are controlling of only grassing process. That process are involved only. And live fence are fodder. These trees are used only in fodder, but these edges are used only, does not move from only region to the another region of only some types of animals. These are used for only live fence and fodder trees and edges. For example, only acacia, sesbania, and some types of cassina, eaglebuds. These plants are cultivated only live fence and fodder trees or edges.